when me and my friends were talking, we somehow came across about whose personalities we have in our families. I then started to wonder about my real parents. Do I look like my mom? Do I have my dad's personality? Or my grandma's laugh? Being adopted feels like you weren't even born. You're just basically placed into a special family that should have been yours. I think to truly feel that way depends on when you were adopted. Like, to me, I was adopted at 2.5, so I barely remember anything that happened on that day, except the fact that I just woke up from my bed and I had a family, and I never had the slightest feeling of being adopted. It was just natural. Most people that I've met find it sad that I'm adopted, because then they think that it must have been difficult for me to have lost both my biological parents. But, I mean, it's sad, but I never had a relationship with them because of how young I was, so it doesn't come across to me as a great loss, but I guess I wouldn't call that something difficult, and I guess I never had a hard time about it either. I am so grateful of being adopted, and to be called adopted is not a burden. To me, being adopted is like having a second chance in life.
I never really felt any different. It was always just a thing. I didn't really notice until, I don't think mom and dad really ever told us we were adopted. I really think it was just always a natural thing, that we were meant to be part of the family. There wasn't any feeling of discovery of us being adopted or different. One of the negative things of being adopted, I would say, is not knowing who my birth parents are or if I had any siblings. Just kind of my background. I'm from Vietnam, and it's just really foreign for me because I don't actually remember being there because I was really little when I was adopted, so I don't remember anything. So going back would be a for sure thing I want to do. Then there was this one time when my friend, there were times when she didn't even call me by my first name. There were times where she just called me Asian, and she knew my name, and she just didn't. That kind of bothered me. I honestly don't think she was a racist, but that kind of bothered me. Because she knew my name, and she called me Asian, so that was just kind of weird. I am for sure glad I was adopted. I just wouldn't be where I am today. I probably wouldn't even be alive. For those that don't know anything really about adoption, I would say that adoption is basically a second chance for a person for a better chance at life.
I have 2 other sisters in Guatemala, and I wonder about them. There's a part of me that wants to see them. Me and my brother were both adopted, but in different families. I met him again a few years later, and I was excited and happy that he was okay and he had a family. But I haven't seen him since then. I don't think about him that much because he's so far away and he has another family. I remember some things because I was adopted at 6 years old. I remember my birth dad taking me and 2 of my older siblings to our uncle's house and getting abused by by my uncle and aunt whenever we did something wrong, or like whenever we didn't do exactly what they wanted. But soon after that, a lady took me to a foster home, and I stayed there for a little bit. I'm so thankful that I am adopted, because if it weren't for my parents now, I don't think I would even be alive right now. There are still some kids out in every country that don't have homes or a place to sleep, and I'm just thankful that I'm adopted and that I'm happy and healthy.